One of the lies that was told about money. I want you to listen very carefully. This cost me 4 years of my life, and I have come in the similitude of a big brother, hoping to save you time, energy, as well as effort. Take the concept shared in this video very, very seriously. In fact, if you make the same mistake, you are the one who's twice as unwise because someone else has failed for you. It's like watching a man fall into a ditch. It took him 4 years to climb out and struggle to get back to base level. Make that same mistake. You are a fool. The Bible describes you as a dog who returns back to his vomit. So listen very carefully about this money truths I'm about to share. I was told money. You can only make money relative to your personality. So for instance, your height, how you speak, your intellect, your confidence, charisma, it has a direct correlation to your finances. As wonderful and as appealing, as acceptable as it sounds, yes, developing all of these factors can enhance your finances completely, but foolishly believing all of them are a prerequisite into finances is asinine. And for so long, I believed in this idea that in order for me to be wealthy, I have to be confident, I have to be charismatic, I have to, what's the other trait? I have to be very tall, I have to go to the gym. Like I said, all of these are wonderful factors. Again, foolishly believing they are prerequisites, they are necessities in order to become successful. It's a fallacy. I'll tell you how I came to that conclusion. As a young man, 4 years ago, in fact, this revelation came about a year or two, developing other traits in my life, working on my confidence, charisma, and all of the aforementioned. I would see 18, 19-year-old streamers with $500,000 cars. It blew my mind. Listening that person who produced that result speak, I know this guy has little to no knowledge. He has no understanding of how life works. That's why he engages himself with an OnlyFans thought, make her his girlfriend. She end up siphoning all his followers, all his money, aggrandizing her status, and she bounced. So there's no way someone in that position aligns with my initial logic. This guy is clearly not confident. He clearly doesn't understand how the world works. He clearly gets siphoned off by love. He clearly gets cheated. He's a fool. He's short. He has nothing relative to me. Yet, he has something I want. How is this the case? How does this happen? It took me 4 years to understand that money answers to value. Money answers to value. Not age, not height. And I'm going to share you how in a bit. Not age. I'm going to tell you how in a second. Not age, not height, not beauty, not confidence. Again, I keep repeating. All of these are wonderful factors to have. All of these are good qualities to have in your arsenal. They are not prerequisites for some lazy guy who is already jerking off all over his screen because this message reinforces that appetite for laziness, that appetite to not develop traits that helps you get to the next level. There are terrible things you need to learn along the line of business. For instance, in order to scale your business, you need to assemble a team. In order to assemble a team, You have to sustain leadership qualities. If you want everybody to like you, go sell ice cream. Don't be a leader. As a leader, you have to make tough calls, tough choices, know when to sympathize, know when to encourage, know when to make it clear that this is shit, this is rubbish, this kind of quality of work is for secondary school students, is for students in high school. There are kindergarten children who would replicate your results in a heartbeat. This is rubbish. You must know when to be tough on your people. You must know when to be serious. You can't smile all day. Like I said, if you want to make everybody happy, go sell ice cream. Don't be a leader. Don't be a leader. So money answers to value. Look for a product. Look for a service. Get someone to pay for it more than it costs you to produce. Do it more times. Take it to the next level by looking for people that can replicate either the product or service. Find a way for you to detach yourself from the business and do it more times. You would make money. So skip the idiosyncrasies, skip the esoteric concept, skip the fallacy. You need to wake up by 5 a.m. You need to go to the gym. All of those are nuanced concepts. And I've said it countless times. Before you do anything, before you learn a language, before you increase your level of communication, the first thing you need to focus on are the rudiments, the foundation. If you try to bootstrap the knowledge that should act as the knowledge that should act as the shoulder of giants you stand upon doesn't exist, you're going to crash land back. And that fall will be so fatal, you lose or you break every single bone of motivation. To build the foundation of which the edifice of the various complexities can rest upon. You want to lose weight, hiring a coach or a personal trainer or trying to get into nutrition and all of those concepts will wear you down. In fact, you lose more calories researching all of those things online. It takes a lot of time. In fact, seeing the amount of effort you need to put in to achieve the desired result is demotivating, is demoralizing. Very few people can see what it takes and actually go through. Usually with success, you get sucked in. You're not privileged with hindsight or with foresight of the amount of effort. Usually starts as a hobby, usually starts small. As you traverse the board, the workload increases. As the fame increases, you see the different protocols that needs to be engaged in that work for success. Now you can't turn back. So the foundation of losing weight would be pick up your shoes, run. You know the foundation is to stop stuffing donuts. You know the foundation is to drop all the candy. You know the foundation is to stop hanging out with friends that encourages that bad behavior. You know the foundation is to substitute the bad habit, the time you spend engaging in that wrong activity with something else. Because life fills vacuum. And if there's a vacuum of those negative activities, you would relapse. The negative activity would force to fill itself. To understand. Your looks, your height, your confidence, it has nothing to do with it. Find a product or service, sell it to someone, look for a way to sell it more than it takes to provide it. do it many more times, find people to help do it as much times as possible. And guess what? Exactly. As always, my friends, it's a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you in the next one.